mission. And at the end of the day, when you've seen a little kid's eyes brighten up as a result of their doing something for the first time or hearing something or being reinforced, it kind of instills in them some positive attitudes and feelings, as well as to be able to work with the parents to make certain that when the kids get back home, that same kinds of positive reinforcements are given, as well as encouragement by the parents to their children. Is there anything else that you can think of that would be of interest for our viewers to know that that we haven't touched on, Heather?
I would just have to say that it really is for anybody. We do work with teen moms. We work with single parent families and dual parent families, foster parents, grandparents, any kind of relative. So it's not just for a certain kind of family. So I really do encourage anybody who has a small child to come out for the program. And again, our number is 495-5254, and we're located on 427 West Main Street here in Peoria. So I really do encourage any family to come out who has a child who is from birth to 3, or if they're pregnant and would like to be involved in our services that we provide.
Well, Heather, I'm so glad that you stopped by Captions to encourage parents who would be eligible to contact your program so that they can get further assistance in the development and the most precious resource that they have, and that's their child. And I'm getting cues that our time is about up, but again, I want to thank you for educating people. And as I tell people, the purpose of Captions is to educate, to motivate, for them to participate. I hope what you've said will motivate those who are watching tonight to participate if this is a program that can be of value to them, their families, and more important, their child. We're going to take a break, and I believe we're going to have some segments of some young people who participated in the Head Start program back during Black History Month. So we'll get a chance to see some of these young kids that we've been talking about tonight in terms of Head Start or early Head Start. So please stay tuned and watch this. I think you'll enjoy it, as well as be amazed by the talent that many of these young people have developed.
We have Mrs. Winship and Mrs. Diane Stokes' class, and we want you to try to guess who they're talking about. So are you excited about what you're going to learn? Yeah, parents, are you excited about your student, your child up here? Yeah, come on, parents, give them a hand. All right.
Mr. Tyrell is going to tell us a little history about who they may be singing about, or maybe even thinking about. We'll see.
I played for the Brooklyn Dodgers for 10 years. In 1962, I became the first African American to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Who am I?
Jackie Robinson, the first African American baseball player. Play ball.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Miss Winship's class. All right, next we'll have Mrs. Raypack and Mrs. Jordan. How many of you know that a black man invented the Super Soaker? His name was Lonnie Johnson. All right. When Lonnie first came out with the idea of the Super Soaker, it was called the Power Drencher, but they changed the name. So now he made a big leeway for power soakers and power guns and water guns and things like that. All right. I was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. I was a man who wanted all people to be treated equally. I gave a famous speech in 1963 called I Have a Dream. I wanted to protect everyone's civil rights. I was assassinated in 1968, but will always be remembered as the great man I was. Who am I?
I am Martin Luther King Jr.
All right, let's give a round of applause for them. All right, the next group will be having a Mrs. Connor. And as Mrs. Connor's group is coming up, I want to read another Black History fact. And I want you to be able to tell me who it is. No other African-American filmmaker has made an impact in the film business. Bringing his theatrical character, Medea Simmons, to the big screen has proven very successful at the box office. From Diary of a Mad Black Woman to Medea's Family Reunion to Why Did I Get Married, which featured the return of Janet Jackson to the big screen, his films grossed close to $300 million in 4 years. Who is he? Tyler Perry. All right. All right. And Mrs. Connor's assistant name is Miss Maria. She was born on February 4th, 1913, on December 1st, 1955. When sitting in the first row of the black section of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama, she refused to give up her seat for a white passenger. She was arrested. This sparked the bus boycott by blacks that lasted more than a year. She worked with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to outlaw segregation on city buses. Throughout the next 4 decades, she helped her fellow Americans to be aware of the struggle for civil rights. Who am I?
I, Rosa Parks, I have rights too.
All right, everybody's doing such a good job. All right, this is Miss Rita and Miss Karma's class. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, after graduating with honors from high school, he attended Yale University where he earned a degree in psychology. From Yale, he went to the medical school of the University of Michigan, where his interest shifted from psychiatry to neurosurgery. After medical school, he became a neurosurgeon resident. He later made medical history with an operation to separate a pair of Siamese twins. Who am I?